There is no question inflation is going up. Now, it's a little late and the government is, yes, still shut down, but the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today that inflation was 3% higher in September of 2025 than it was in September of 2024. It was also up 0.3% between September of this year and August of this year. Now, let's be clear. Inflation is going in the wrong direction. It is going up, not down. Those are the facts, no matter what anyone tells you. The Federal Reserve wants inflation to be at 2% year over year. Again, in September, it reached 3%. So now that we have that straight, let's talk about what sectors are seeing these price increases. Well, it's happening in all the things that we all need every day. Overall, food is up more than 3% year over year, and it's up just slightly between August and September. Energy is up, especially electricity, which is up more than 5% since last year, and natural gas, which lots of folks use to heat their home, is also up almost 12% year over year. And yet again, housing is up. The rate of price increases for shelter is up more than 3.5% since last year. We all need food, shelter, and energy every single day, and those aren't luxuries. Those are necessities. That's why you're feeling like your budgets are being squeezed. Now, since I talked about the government shutdown, it's also worth noting that the reason why the government is shut down is because of healthcare costs. And according to today's report, those are up a lot. And the numbers I'm about to share with you do not yet fully take into account the brunt of the cost of healthcare that we are all going to be slapped with during open enrollment for healthcare on November 1st. Now, according to today's CPI report, in the month of September, medical care services were up almost 4% when compared to September of 2024. And if you have to go to the hospital, those costs are up almost 6% year over year. The report found health insurance in September of 2025 was up more than 4% compared to September of 2024. Now, I mentioned that this report was late because of the government shutdown, right? Most of the people that worked for the BLS were on furlough. But the Trump administration decided that this report was important enough to bring them back so it could be released today. And yes, the report found inflation is going up, but this report was not as bad as the economists were expecting. And that's why you're seeing such a strong stock market today. But the Trump administration, at the same time, chose not to release the jobs report. That was supposed to be released the first Friday in October, so several weeks ago. And August's job report, so the last one we had, was not great. You remember when I reported that that report found a staggering slowdown in job creation and an increase in unemployment. Of course, both the CPI report and the labor report are very important when it comes to the decision that the Federal Reserve will make next week about interest rates. So if you want to read today's Consumer Price Index report for the month of September, I am going to email it out to you in tonight's Facts HQ email, so make sure you sign yourself up.